Good evening. This is another edition of One-on-One with OtunbaHOO on your very favorite television station, Heritage TV Online. Tonight is a special night. Special night in the sense that my guest will be coming from, it's 6,000 miles away from where I am sitting down in the studio. It is also important to understand why this is a special edition. It is a special edition because the gentleman that I'll be connecting with in Nigeria is running for an elective political office or position. Due to timely death and sudden death of the member of House of Assembly from Etiosa in Lagos State, there is a need for a by-election. My guest tonight is one of the aspirants, is one of the contestants who want to go to be voted for. I'll be telling you his name as the program progresses. You will also see his details. Before I get to start interviewing him, asking him questions, why is he running, what has he got for the people of Etiosa, and so on and so forth, I will indulge you. I will say, please give us 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10 minutes to watch this clip on YouTube. I'll be right back after the clip.
I'm Barrister Oladotun, aspirant under the banner of All Progressive Congress Party for the Lagos State House of Assembly by-election, which just happened.
Yes, y'all. I go by the name Mr. Incredible the Chairman.
I have a very common passion to serve, and my passion is born out of extreme delivery of interest in the people of the Georgia constituency 1. And I believe strongly my coming out is born out of the emergency need in order to show up the lacuna being left behind by late Honorable Kazim Ademola, popularly called Kadeko, who just passed on recently. And we believe that have really come, really brought me to taking the task in continuing where it stopped, in giving the people of Etiosa the adequate representation, legislative delivery, and also ensuring to consolidate on the good achievement of His Excellency, that is Governor Olabode of Lagos State, and in ensuring that the voices of Etiosa is well heard within the Lagos State House of Assembly. All Progressive Congress as a party has always been a party that has come with a whole lot of deliverables, especially in the center of excellence. And I believe it's a party that has been matched with excellence, a party that has the interest of the people at heart. It's a party that has created that value with intent of purpose in delivery, and there is no way, no how that one might want to undermine or overemphasize the laudable and the landmark achievement of the APC in Lagos State, which is a party that started with AD metamorphosis to ACN, from AC to ACN, and now to APC based on the amalgamation of all other political parties in order to achieve the federal power at the national level. But that notwithstanding, the insurmountable achievement of the party in Lagos State has been a story that has been able to carve a niche for itself. and the niche is really predicated on positive pedestal of hope. Is a ground norm which the people have taken as a culture. APC in Lagos State is not just a party, but a movement, an enclave interest of the people, because Lagosians are already part of the party. Lagosians have already had very good experience of the party.
Yeah, let's go forward and no going back. Anybody know what make me day on track?
Me coming in as a frontier and the flag bearer of the party is a well-deserving advantage to add value to the party. I believe strongly, if given the chances to lead and to act as the vanguard voice of the people of the Itosa Constituency 1 under the banner of All Progressive Congress, a party that represents democracy, a party that represents autonomous delivery of law, a party that respects the rights and privileges of the people, is a party for all, and is a party that represents the supremacy of the people's interest. And I believe strongly I'm part of that political home. I'm very lovable to belong to the family of APC, and I believe strongly with the party I can deliver and consolidate on the grand achievement which the party has been well known for before my coming in as a member of the Lagos State House of Assembly. As a member of the Lagos State of Assembly, if elected into the House of Assembly, I, Oladotun Hassan, will be readily interested to bring forth to the floor of the House valuable legislative rules and bills that will affect not just the people of Itosa but the entire constituent of Lagos State. But I, as a person, one of my very focal interests is to ensure that we will be seeing the House as a partner in progress to show up and consolidate on the achievements of Governor Olabode in the areas of the community development right. That is one of my major focus. I, Oladotun Hassan, with my valued interest and compassionate opinion on the service to humanity, I want to ensure that it will be high time the people of Lagos State, especially my constituency, will be given the high potent value of representation via their right to their community wealth. These are vis-a-vis related to what we have as the resource control that is in some spheres. I want to believe if we domesticate it under what we call Community Development Rights Act, this will give my people the right to access to good roads, to quality employment opportunities, to a lot of goodwill advantage, because in that law, I want to ensure that 10% of accruable benefit of those companies vis-a-vis employable rights, vis-a-vis deliveries and opportunities for growth of the community will be imbibed into that law, whereby the people of the same community can have access to companies that we have around the constituency. We have companies like Chevron, NMPC, all of them are well situated within the constituency. But I can verifiably tell you today, none of these companies has employed the downtrodden within the communities of Itosa. These are values I want to go and ensure that it will become a right and not a privilege. That these companies must be able to employ at least 10% of their workforce must come from the immediate community that they are generating their revenue from. These are one of the basic rights which, if I find it passed as a law and attempted by the governor of Lagos State, it will give value to every Lagosian in Lagos State, because every domicile structure within the state has a potential opportunity that can galvanize interests of people to a greater height. And these are very common value that I want to ensure that, if given the opportunity, that bill called Lagos State Community Rights Act will ensure that every adequate interest vis-a-vis goodwill at intervals, and I can also take their interest to and attend to them in whatever capacity that is available for me to attend to it. And I strongly believe, if the opportunity is given to me, this interest I will hold dearly to my heart to ensure that I'll never fail the people of Etiosa Constituency 1. And I strongly pray that God Almighty will lead me to that throne of grace. Thank you very much.
Something zero to hero, we elevate. This is our story, glory to glory, grace to grace.
I, Barrister Oladotun Hassan, your preferred choice for the Lagos State House of Assembly, Etiosa Constituency 1, under the auspices of All Progressive Congress, the party of choice. I want to offer myself for this position. If given the opportunity, I will be readily available to serve your interests. I believe strongly that if given the opportunity to serve, with you and I can jointly develop Etiosa to a greater height. I want you to be part of the success story of developing Etiosa to an enviable height, to making Etiosa the world's best city, making Etiosa the heaven of opportunities, ensuring that the common good of Etiosa is reaped for the benefit of the people of Etiosa. And with me, Oladotun Hassan, I'll be readily available to give you those opportunities, to offer you the best advantage closeness to your value interest, and to ensure that the dividend of democracy is put on the table of the people of Etiosa. Thank you very much.
Àjọ máa jẹ gbádùn, gbogbo wa la lè kó. À ń bọ̀, à ń bọ̀, à ń bọ̀. Èkó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni ó à ń bọ̀.
Everything for the people in diaspora. Biting. It looks like many. His area of concern, his promises, and I need to share this with all our viewers tonight. I have deliberately called on Oladotun Hassan. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm sure you a lot from the causes now. All what Oladotun Hassan is going to offer his constituency. And I also want to share this. I deliberately asked him and said, you know what? I do not want to OtunbaHOO, and especially who has always been campaigner for the downtrodden masses, the people in Nigeria. A lot of people who have seen my program on TVC, on Ben TV, and other media, they know me, they know exactly. So when I was approached by Oladotun Hassan, I told him, I asked him first, I said, you know what, because you do not say things you cannot do. And he said, Otunba, I'm giving you my word. When I'm elected, I will do exactly what I say, all the promises. I want to make a difference. Those are the promises he gave me. Now, where we are now is we are going to get reconnected to Oladotun Hassan in Nigeria. And from my introduction, this gentleman is about 6,000 miles away from the studio, but with technology, we can see, we can hear. So I'm looking forward that the studio is going to connect me directly via audio now. So when you are ready, studio, let me know so we can talk. Is Otunba Oladotun Hassan? Are you there? Otunba, no, sorry. Oladotun Hassan, are you there? Viewers will understand we rely on technology. This is one of the best thing you can get when technology is at its best. The studio in the UK, and we are being connected to someone at Etiosa. He'll be talking to us. We'll be asking him questions, and he'll be giving us answers to all what most of the people of Etiosa want to, not what they want to hear, but what they want to see done if he's elected. And we're still waiting to get connected to Oladotun Hassan, who is a barrister. He has been in the politics of Nigeria for many years now. He's a youth leader, and when I was in Nigeria, 2014, we had occasions where we met at different fora where we share ideas, issues, and it was a case of getting to know a young, vibrant, energetic, somebody who has full of power, who wants to serve, who is looking for an opportunity where he wants to be the person representing his constituency, because he has ideas of what it takes. He has been the leader of the youth for a group, different time, and he's also a very successful lawyer, barrister in Nigeria. So again, we are still waiting to get connected. Once we get connected, I'll be asking him questions that are very, very relevant to this by-election. Again, like I said, the by-election of the again, it doesn't normally give you an advance notice. When it happens, when it comes, and so. But again, like another thing, life continues. That is why, and when a situation like that occurs, the constituents of Oladotun, of Etiosa, will not be denied of having another rep, and that's exactly why this by-election has to take place. And I'm sure, and like another thing, in all settings of political structures, when things like this happen, especially the democratic parties, they allow people to contest among themselves. In the process, there will be what we call primaries. In the primaries, then one of the contenders, I understand there are about 4 contenders left out of many that started the journey. So again, I must also say, this is not a campaign for a particular party or a particular person. I am aware that Oladotun Hassan is a member of the APC, but I must say Heritage TV is an organization that is not non-political. We talk to all political parties, members, and so on and so forth. We cover occasions, we cover different kind of forums and so on and so forth. So special support of any specific person. We're trying to do our best to make sure that we are very we do not support anybody against another person. So if we have the opportunity, we will also bring other Oladotun Hassan is the same question probably will be asking others if they eventually get in touch with Heritage TV. So again, you will appreciate with me, you will also understand we're waiting for the connection to Etiosa in Lagos State. So at the studio, they are trying frantically, they are doing everything possible, but you will understand also, this is not a risk, but it's like we are trying our possible best, because the phone is ringing. It could be there's no light. It may be there's a power failure. So if there's a power failure, our phone will be ringing from here. You are hearing the ringing tone, but the person we want to get connected to, the person of Oladotun Hassan, is not picking the phone. He's aware. He knows that this streaming is live, and he be the not only the person that be too anxious to talk to us, but again, like I said, here we have two different parts of the world. One is where energy is constant and regular is constant, and the another part of the world is where energy is not really. I'm not trying to put blame on anybody, but I think it could do better in Nigeria to make sure that energy, because there's no country that succeeds without constant, regular, proper energy supply. And I think Nigeria, we are yet to get that right. And until when we get that right, we will continue to have problem with growing our economy. So the studio is still trying to see if we can get my guest of tonight, Barrister Oladotun Hassan, who has agreed to talk to Heritage TV online and on a program which is a very popular program called One-on-One with OtunbaHOO. I'm still waiting for the studio they're using even everything possible, 2 phones to get Barrister Oladotun Hassan, who is dental running for taking part in a by-election in the Tiosa, Lagos State. The by-election is due. It's happened because the sudden death of the incumbent who died sometimes last month, and again, like I said, we are still waiting. We're doing everything possible to connect with Oladotun Hassan. I have a long list of questions I want to ask Oladotun Hassan, because from experience, we've been in this business for a while, and I know what it is. And when you look at the present stage of our political maturity, it's not a hidden secret to say that many politicians, they are only interested to get to either the House of Assembly, House of Rep, House of Senate, or even want to be local chairman. And when they get there, what happens? They probably will not do what they promise. And that's why I'm looking forward to having Oladotun Hassan and ask him questions and tell him to look at his constituency in the eyes and confirm and promise them, not promises he will not be able to fulfill. And as a student of political science, yes, I'm told that we are now connected to Oladotun Hassan in Nigeria. Yes, good evening. Is that Barrister Oladotun Hassan?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. This is Barrister Oladotun Hassan from Lagos. It's just constituency 1 precisely.
Thank you very much.
Lagos, an aspirant for the House of Assembly by election dated for 30th of September.
Okay.
Under the banner of All Progressive Congress. Thank you very much.
Okay. Now, we've been trying to talk to introduce this special program to our viewers all over the world. Let me start by asking you. I said in my introduction that when you approached Heritage TV, I told you that we will not take anybody. All the contenders are very free to be our guests, will be asking them the same question. And I remember you promised that Otunba, you will not get involved in promises you will not be able to fulfill. Because I can say straight to you from experience, if you do that, you'll be risking the problem of not sending you back there again. I want to start by asking you, why do you want to be the representative of Etiosa? What do you have, Mr. What do you want to do for your constituency? Again, I'm sorry, it's typical of the connection problem. It's not been funny. I'm sure this will not happen if I had to be calling Holland or calling Belgium, or even calling India or some other countries. You see, it shows clearly how poor the connection to some African countries are, which is very unfortunate. Again, we are not giving up. We will continue to try and get Barrister Oladotun Hassan to tell our viewers, to tell his constituency, the people of Etiosa, why he wants to be their rep. And the promises are going to be recorded. I'm going to tell him that our conversation are being recorded. Not only on this, we will record it so we can play it back to him as time goes on. But we try. Yes, the studio is trying to get Barrister Oladotun Hassan again. So once, and I think, let me say this to our viewers. Once I get through now, I will quickly rush some of the questions I want to ask, because we are not sure how long. Are we through the studio? Yes. I think it's the problem of energy that is not stable back home in Nigeria, which is very sad. These are the things. So again, this young man, I know he's a barrister. He has a very impressive record. He's won many cases. He's done very well. He's the leader of the youth in Nigeria, especially in the southwest, and he has been to places. He has represented the youth in many fora, and I was privileged to meet him when I was in Nigeria in 2014. We met at different occasions. We have reason to rub minds. I pick on him, and I see that he's someone who is hungry to deliver services which he believes that are lacking in Etiosa. But I will get him to say that himself. I will get him to explain what exactly he wants to do for Etiosa if he's elected. Now, and also want to warn him that in your own interest, if you make a promise, you must keep the promise. You must make sure that whatever you say to Etiosa people, because things are changing here. It's not like before, where a politician who is running for a specific post will get there, and if it disappoints them, if it doesn't, they have one very strong power. The power collectively is the power of re-electing the person. If the person is good, if the person has delivered, they have that power to re-elect him. And if the person did not do what he promised, they will not elect him again. I'm going to say all that to Barrister Oladotun Hassan. But I'm still looking forward. We are still waiting for connection to him again. The studio is doing everything possible to see if we can get him to talk to us online. Again, because I was also in politics during the time of UPN, and I know exactly what it is. And I grew up with one of the notably known, renowned, who has so many legacies nobody can challenge. And I don't want to mention names. I grew up in, and I know exactly when this old saga, sage, say anything. He promised, he made his promises, and he followed it to letters. He promised free education. He provided free education, which some of us are beneficiary. And he promised roads. Some of the roads are still there in the old western region. In fact, during his time, broadcasting was a thing of joy because there was redivision. An average person living in the bush or in the villages on hamlets do have redivision. And also know that there was a free Medicare around that time. And also the first television station, even before France, was generated in the West. And many other things, the first stadium, sports, he was everywhere, making it possible for the people of Western region to benefit, to enjoy good things, dividends of democracy. No, these are the things I expect an average politician, especially the politicians representing constituencies, that they should be able to provide minimum businesses of education and things that will be where, you know, when they get projects for the constituencies, they should be able to at least deliver. Because if a politician is not really, I think the studio is trying to connect me again. Let me see if we are now connected. Am I now connected to Honorable Barrister Hassan?
Yes, I'm back.
Yes.
Sorry for the network here.
I know. I think that's one. Welcome back to one-on-one with OtunbaHOO on Heritage Television. Now, because of the experience we are having with power and connection interruption, quickly tell us, why are you running for this place? What exactly have you got to stop?
Yes, as I rightly said, it's a by-election. I pray God in His name. At the same time for continuity, and I believe strongly that I'm coming out to stand in order to fill those gaps and those promises and those things we include among that is also for whatever reason my sole responsibility is for the entire Lagos state. And one of my cardinal visions is excellence, integrity, and tact, and that I've been able to define in my well-articulated plan of agenda, which I have marked that if given a chance within at least within 100 days, I should be able to sponsor 5 bills that will turn around the situation for all Lagosians, especially people from my constituency.
Right. That sounds very impressive, Barrister Oladotun Hassan. But you see, I'm sure a lot of people will say, what difference are you going to make? Because we had this kind of promises before all over the country. People from different constituencies will make this promise because they want to get elected. And when they now get elected, they still don't have light, they have no road, they have no water, they have no education, they have no basic things of life. Why tell us how are you going to be different?
Well, majorly when people say the truth from the beginning, they get themselves hooked up in the web. As a matter of fact, as a legislator, there's a little less you can do the heart of the people at the parliament. Then, based on my own well-designed program, which I hope that I'm not just a politician that is professing gimmicks or wanting to play the seat on in the life of the people, but I want to ensure that if given the opportunity to serve, in my agenda, I've stated it rightly. One of my very good visions is to bring about in Lagos State what I call Lagos State Community Development Rights Law. As a lawyer, I'm well cognizant with well cognizant experience in human rights. I believe strongly that one very good way the people lack is good living, is welfare. And how do we begin to show up this gap is when we begin to create good laws that will be for the governed and for the electorate. It is in that regard that I want to play that once we pass a law that is called the Lagos State Community Development Right Bill into law, that law is meant to give 10% reversionary interest on whatever ideal internally generated fund by the Lagos State government, which is where every constituency in Lagos State.
Yeah.
Particularly considering my own domain, I want to situate one of the reasons why this law is beneficial to my people is to ensure that 10% of the total accruable benefits must be deducted by the government aside from other allocations which the government is giving the local government. 10% of whatever is generated from that constituency must go back for infrastructure development, must go back to water, for road, for housing units, for affordable living of the people. So, and other social welfare amenities that the people are really yearning for. To me, I don't believe in cosmetic projects of giving people grinding machines, giving them Okada, giving them things that they never bargained for or that is not even in tandem with their expectations from politicians. My own belief is that give what is made for Caesar, Caesar, and whatever for God, for God. For me, I want to urge it to the people that the people have the right in whatever that is generated from their constituency. And in that regard, also there will be 10% job placement benefit in every corporate multinational that is operating in every locality in Lagos State, particularly in my own constituency. The church of today in Lagos State is the highest wage winner that is generating the highest IGR for Lagos State today. Within the sector, we have a lot of multinationals, from Chevron to Mobil to MTN to Globe. Most of all these corporate multinationals are only existing in name, but they are not benefiting the people in the right manner they are supposed to. And that is why I want to ensure, as a matter of priority and a right, through the public-private partnership with the government, that we must have a 10% placement from people living within that community, within that domain their corporate multinational is operating and generating their own profit from. They must be able to employ 10% of their total workforce from the community. It will become a right, and if it becomes a right, I can legislate on it. You can go to court on it. You can even appeal to the corporate multinational to please employ our youth, because we cannot be having Chevron and we have someone within that immediate community who not even have access, even no matter the degree, no matter the qualification, they will never get such access because the bottlenecks that are really placed around all these places are not easily accessible for these people. That is why I want to use my position as a lawmaker to
sounds very impressive, Honorable Barrister Oladotun Hassan. Now, I have a couple of questions more to ask you.
Your card is now expired.
Okay, can you tell us your background? I need to go on a short break now. When I come back, I will continue this discussion with Honorable Barrister Oladotun Hassan. Do not go away.
kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ ká má tanra wa ó super ó distinct ó corporate ó dùn wò bẹ́ẹ̀ ló dùn lẹ́nu ó gáyàtà ju bí ẹ ti rò lọ iléeṣẹ́ alára àgbà ìdá kan ló gbé eléyìí jáde fún ìwúlò gbogbo ènìyàn níbi ayẹyẹ sweet heart fruit lórúkọ wọn kó oríṣiríṣi èso fruit papọ̀ lọ́nà ìgbàlódé níbi gbogbo ayẹyẹ àti láti mú gbogbo ayẹyẹ wa dùn wò lójú níbi ayẹyẹ bíi church anniversary naming ceremony housewarming birthday party wedding àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ìyẹn ní iṣẹ́ tiwọn ní sweet heart fruit wọ́n pákéjì ẹ̀ yóò dùn wò lójú tí yóò sì máa fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀ tí a bá ń jẹ níbi ayẹyẹ gbogbo àwọn ohun tí ẹ lè jẹ̀gbádùn láti ilé iṣẹ́ wọn nìwọ̀nyí fruit basket fruit arrangement fruit palm tree fruit cocktails smoothie àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ẹ̀yin náà lè jẹ̀gbádùn gbogbo àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí níbi ayẹyẹ yín tó ń bọ̀ ẹ pè nọ́mbà yìí 07944278 lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 0794427530 Olúwaṣeun Akínsọ̀hún ni olùdarí àti aláṣẹ Sweet Heart Fruit ẹ̀yin náà ẹ try ẹ̀ lónìí ó dájú wípé ẹ ò ní regret ẹ̀. Sweet Heart Fruit ní kẹ́lọ́.
Welcome back to One-on-One with OtunbaHOO on Heritage Television. Now, this special edition is the kind of one I have my guest 6,000 miles away from the studio in the UK. And thanks to technology, we are unable to connect via audio. The vision is because the settings, the electricity generation in Nigeria is not all that good tonight. But we are going to improve on that, and we hope the people in charge of power can now see that there's a need to have a regular, steady supply of energy, because there's no country that succeed without having a regular. So I'm now connected again to my guest, Barrister Oladotun Hassan, who is running for the constituency of Etiosa to the House of Assembly in Lagos State. due to unfortunate death of the incumbent Honorable Walimi. May his soul rest in peace. And there are 4 contenders. I must say there are a couple of contenders, but as we speak, Barrister Oladotun Hassan is one of the people that want to get the nomination who wants to fly the flag of APC. So, and as I said in our introduction, we are not about anybody or any particular candidate. All the candidates that approach us, we'll be asking them the same question. Now, thank you very much for coming back to us, Barrister Oladotun. Now, the question I want to ask you before we go on break, what is your background in politics? Because a lot of people will say, this man talking, what does he know about politics? Tell us, tell your constituency.
Well, as before politics, I have to concentrate on my personal development view of life, because I don't see politics as the only sheep for you to drive home your vision. But as a community person, I have served in various capacities that have bring about goodwill, even from my university days. I was a former student union leader in NANS Lagos Axis. In Lagos University, I was the former general secretary of student union. I was the clerk of the parliament. And during all my years, even while I was in NANS Lagos Axis chairman, then the then governor, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that was a way, because I have this aggressive diplomacy, which I always engaged the government then during my leadership. You never find any stone or any confrontation, but I always have won every of my battles then, because I fought the reduction of LASU student school fees from 70,000 to 25 and 15,000 naira respectively. Why the indigenes of Lagos State are being refunded with their money via through the bursary, whereby they collected their bursary, which was initially 10,000, but due to my intervention, the Lagos State government jacked it up to 35,000 and 20,000 as a refund to all Lagos indigenes. That alone is a plus. Even that same year, during that same year, I collected over 20 Macapolo buses, the big buses for every student in every tertiary institutions in Lagos State, including both federal institutions also. The Unilag, Yabatech were also beneficiaries of the legacies of the government there.
Wow, this is very impressive.
These are not just mere struggles. These are conscientized struggle which drove me to the street to write protest letter. Maybe by the time I got the attention, I was able to drive home my agenda. So even as a date, I have learned from my president, and as a date, as a lawyer also, I do a lot of pro bono cases also, via a live radio program here in Nigeria from Wazobia FM.
Wow.
We have an evening local radio station whereby the locals call me every day, every time, any time of the day. They call me just for me to intervene in whatever manner of cases, which I do justiciably within my professional capacity as a lawyer. So today, I can boastfully say that with this experience that I've gathered and my main vision, I believe strongly that if given this same opportunity, which I have outlined, I'm an advocate of a new constitution in Nigeria. I've always been advocating that. Presently, I'm the National President, Yoruba Council of Youth. Presently, I'm the Assistant General Secretary, Nigerian Bar Association, Epe branch. Also, the Secretary to the Lekki Forum, which is to become a new branch of the Nigerian Bar Association. Recently, we just hosted all lawyers in Nigeria and Lagos. I'm part of the LOC that hosted over 10,000 lawyers in Lagos. So I've gotten my edge. I've really, have a proven track record of excellence that will now lure me, that laid a foundation for me to believe that with my experience of the law and as a lawmaker, I just want to judiciously utilize the remaining 2 years, which is very short, but I want to maximize it that all Lagosians will begin to have a huge sigh of relief, because though Lagos State under the leadership of Otunba have done a whole lot in terms of developmental strides. We need to really commend, and we need to give give the governor a backing. And the best way you can support the governor is not just by clapping, it's by you getting into the ring and giving him the right needed tools to operate. And the best tool the governor needs to operate with is the law. So for me, just coming in is to consolidate on the achievements of the governor under the APC administration of Otunba. Lagos is a pedestal for good governance. And I'm not just making mouth. Where there is need for me to advocate for the people, I will chant my views justiciably, even dispassionately. So for me, I'm coming in not just as a new breed, I'm a youth, but I still strongly believe that if given this opportunity, that is why I'm praying that let APC give me this ticket, let all the Joshua people give me this opportunity and privilege to serve, and let them just test me within 100 days. If it is not working the way I've outlined it, then we review through our constituent assembly, because I've already stated it, that if I'm going into the house, it will be mandatory for every house member to spare 1 day for constituent assembly in every month. You cannot be discussing as honorable member without you having feedback from the constituency you are representing. So for me, there will be a standing order in the house to ensure every house member goes back on a particular day. We all go back and listen to our people, get their, feel their pulse, then get solutions to their problems, no matter how and no matter the fashion of problem they have. You know how to really get solutions to it. And that's why our duties are enormous as lawmakers. So for me, there's a whole lot of responsibility I want to inject into the house. And one of the good things that will also before the entire legislature in Nigeria is that I want to host for the first time.
Hello. I hope we've not lost connection again. Oh, wow. Very interesting and very impressive. Yes. We are connected again too. Yeah. Now.
Hello, are you with me?
Yes. Let me quickly, because again, like I said,
I want to host for the first time. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Let me quickly ask you one or two other questions before the line cut off again, because we cannot rely on these connections.
Okay, so no problem.
Now, a lot of people will also want to know why APC. Can't you do all this laudable program on the Labour or PDP or whatever? Why APC?
Well, I've stated it right clearly. The All Progressive Congress is a movement. There is different ideological prowess of different stratas. For Lagos State, there is a unique treasure which the APC in Lagos State have been able to protect and guide Lagos State maybe before now.
Mm.
We have to be realistically truthful to ourselves. The APC sometimes at the federal level is having its own issues also with how the people are viewing it. But for me, I don't want to say we'll be separating ourselves from national. We just need to really, review the strategy of governance. And that's why I say, no matter what, let's still make the very good use of the platform. As an APC member, I'm a member of the political party. Before now, I've ventured into PDP. I've had experiences before coming into APC. Not because as a politician I just want to jump ship, but sometimes in Lagos you have to look at the winning stride. If you are getting something right with a particular thing, there's no need for you to change. You just have to see how you can really define that thing. But the ideology we have in Nigeria is different. Once you're having a political party, you must be staunch enemy with the opposition. Opposition is not about enemy.
Nice one.
It's about active responsibility. In developed world, opposition government brings about goodwill, good postulations that will better government. Not until you have to attack and you bring down government syndrome. This bring down syndrome should just be reviewed in our strategy. So for me, I've chosen the All Progressive Congress as the pivot for driving home this vision, because this This is the party in Lagos State that have been able to deliver infrastructural development, that have been able to deliver security, the housing needs of the people, that have gone very much far in various interests.
Yes. Let me quickly interject you there again, because I have two more questions, but let me ask you this before the line cut off. Barrister Oladotun Hassan. The other. Hello. Hello.
In Nigeria,
hello, Barrister Oladotun. Barrister Oladotun. Like I said to our viewers, we're having issues with connection from here. Are you there now? Thank you very. Now, Barrister, a quick one, and is this going to be the last question? I want you to address it properly. Now, the other major area of concern for a lot of people, I'm sure, in your constituency, it's not going to be. It's not going to be different. They'll be talking about. Do you have godfathers in the party? Are we dealing with godfathers? Do you have godfathers that you believe they are going to support you to win these primaries and then subsequently win the election to the House of Assembly in Lagos State? Did you hear the question? Did you hear me? Hello?
It's every man.
The line is very poor. Did you hear my question? Did you hear my question?
Hello.
Did you hear my question, Barrister Oladotun? I mean Oladotun. Did you hear my question?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, let me try again. Yes, the line is very bad. Well,
and that's why the only godfather I have is. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, you get the question. Yeah, go on.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, go on.
The only godfather I have is God the Father, who is the Almighty, the creator of heaven and earth. So, and that is my faith. That is the person I'm keeping my faith with. Is the controller of all man. So, whoever is the man that is in care of this benefit and vision, God will use them for my favor. So, I'm not aligning to anybody. I respect elders of the party. I respect Ashwaji Bola Tinubu. I respect the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Olabode. I respect the leaders within my constituency, from Omoba Mofi Adetoro, Alhaji Tajudeen Olusi, my chairman, Alhaji Apankpa, Dauda Apankpa, and all other leaders within the party. So the only thing I'm selling to them is the idea that comes. It's not about money, monetized politics. That it's about ideology. It is high time we begin to profess ideology, and to my greatest happiness, these people are reasoning with me, and they are really much on the same page with me.
Thank you very much, Barrister Oladotun Hassan.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank you for this unique occasion, and I must also confess that this kind of connection to guests outside our studio is not an easy task. We've been able to, because of the quality of people in the studio, they cracked it. Video call to places. Yes, I do a lot of video call on my other time when I do interview or analysis for television station in Nigeria like TVC and so on and so forth. But then again, we on Heritage TV, we have a quality cameras and everything. We're doing everything possible. But again, this is a rural connection. And I can assure our viewers that next time around is going to be much, much better. Now, let me thank you again for coming on this program. And I want to wish you all the very best. And we are looking for, when is the election going to be? When the primaries?
Yes, the primaries is on Monday, because we just did our screening today. So, and I thank God I was able to deliver very well. So, Mondays are primaries, and the election is 30th of September 2017.
God willing. Now, again, I want to thank you again, and I want to wish you, Heritage TV want to wish you all the best. And like I said, it is now known that Barrister Oladotun Hassan is running for the vacant seat of Etiosa to the House of Assembly in Lagos State due to the death of the Mr. Alimi, which we pray that his soul rests in peace. It has been another unique moment on the one-on-one with OtunbaHOO, and I'm sure you've enjoyed it. You can get us on. You can contact us on Facebook. You can also send us email if you have anything to contribute on Heritage TV .online, and if you think you have any question you still want us to post to Barrister Oladotun Hassan, we can do that via our email address. Thank you very much for viewing. It's been a nice time.
Thank you.
It's been very nice to be your host. Thank you very much, Barrister Oladotun. Bye-bye.
Most appreciated, sir.
Thank you.
Good night. Okay. Goodbye, sir.